saying a waist trainer, like tightening your waist with that waist trainer is not doing anything for you. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Everyone, welcome back to First Rep by Dotun and Rolly. I hope you've had a good 2 weeks and you've been implementing some of the tips we've been giving you. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back.
And if you're new, go watch old episodes before you come here. But you can start here too.
Yeah, we have some good nuggets that will tell you about how to lose weight, how to track your calories. Yeah. So,
anyways,
how have you been?
Good. At least my New Year resolution did not involve starting to get fit, because at least I have that checked. Getting fit, not like I'm fit yet, but at least I have that going. So focusing on other things pretty much.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good segue because into what we intend to speak about today.
Yep.
Because it's a new year and a lot of you have started your fitness journey.
We hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. And usually when you start, there are usually a lot of noises around you. These are things that might derail you if you listen. These are basically, they are common myths in the fitness industry across the world that can derail you from achieving your long-term goals.
Yeah.
So in this episode, we'll be sharing top 5, well, maybe not top 5, but we'll be sharing 5 common myths that derails people from their long-term.
5 or more.
Yeah. Actually, we'll be sharing
as many as we can remember.
In a reasonable
I mean,
time.
mainly on a light note, but light and serious. What we are saying is true, but it might be funny. Some parts just pure hilarious, but then it's still true. They are still myths. People think they are true, but in reality, they don't. It's not what you think. It's not doing anything for you in terms of fitness. Yeah.
So in short, don't do those things. The things we say, don't do them. These things we say, not the ones in the previous episode. Do those.
Do those.
Don't do this. So Rolly, I think you should kick us off.
Okay. So the first one, which I know that you guys know, we are both thinking the same thing. Ladies, the waist trainers. Please. I understand waist trainers in terms of wanting to, look a certain way, like have a good silhouette under a dress, and when you want to go out, just making you look good or better than you would normally look without the waist trainer. I understand that. But in terms of fitness, saying a waist trainer, like tightening your waist with that waist trainer is not doing anything for you. I'm sorry, but it's true. And you have to think of it this way. If you are tying a waist trainer around your waist to make it smaller, you have to ask yourself, so what happens to your thighs? What happens to your arms? What happens to your face fat? Will you wrap yourself?
Maybe you don't care for that. You just want to reduce your waist.
No, I mean, most times if you add weight, it's not just your stomach that is too big. There's other parts of your body. So if you don't have to tie other parts to lose weight, then you do not need to tighten your stomach. Moreover, it's dangerous because when you squish your waist, you think it's just your waist, but internally, you're also squishing your organs, and that's dangerous for you. You hear people fainting, like the stories are crazy. You see people like even on their wedding day, sometimes even people in the market, like just walking around, they will just faint, and that's because some people can't even breathe well because your diaphragm, your lungs, they're all squished up because you're trying to lose weight. That would not help you lose weight.
So
being in a deficit, losing fat will help you lose weight, and it will eventually get to your waist. So don't bother, don't kill yourself, not worth it.
So the waist trainers are a fashion piece, not a fitness piece.
Pretty much.
Use it for your fashion, use it to look good, but it will not help you to lose weight.
It's not doing anything. And if you see your waist, because I know that's your argument, My waist got smaller when I started using it. You can't tell me anything. When I gave birth, I tied it tight and then it became smaller. I know that's your argument, but the question is it true? Is it really true? Did you tighten your waist or did you just eat less? You know, did you eat less and tighten your waist? Or did you only tighten your waist? So that's how you test it. If you only tighten your waist and you don't do anything else, you do not exercise, just know that nothing will change. So focus on all the other things as opposed to, you know, physically getting it into where you want it to be, because the change is not happening externally. It's happening like systematically.
Yeah, I think once you understand the science of weight loss, you would know
You'll
that
figure out that
this is a waste of your time. This is a waste of your time,
in fact.
basically. This brings us to the next popular myth. One of my favorites is slimming teas. These guys, the people who sell this, they make a fortune. Like, it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your money. I think some people use it and then they see some form of results. In like maybe the first week, but like depending on what that tea is doing to your body, it's probably not making you to eat well, or it's probably not making you to hold food well.
So you're having diarrhea. Some people are even like vomiting. You end up losing a huge amount of water and electrolytes, which is not like water in your body, not even just water weight, water, which is essential. So you start feeling faint, you start feeling tired, you start feeling sick, and that's because you are losing a high volume of water, which is dangerous to you. You should not lose the water that your body needs in the name of trying to get slim, because on the scale it will go down, but you cannot, it's not a sustainable way. Eventually you will, like, the weight loss will plateau. You will lose like enough water that your body would refuse to lose more fluids, or you start seeing physical like manifestation of it.
And then also, how long do you want to continue to drink this tea?
So if you drink it now,
do you plan to drink this tea for the rest of
your life? If you lose 10 kg, you drink it, then you go back to your normal ways, you gain the 10 kg or more. So what do you do next? You keep drinking. Is it every year you drink the tea? Is it every 2 years? What's your frequency? It's not a sustainable way, and it doesn't even work.
And it doesn't work. So understand what the science of weight loss is, which is being in a calorie deficit, and then you'll know that this is a waste of your time and a waste of your money.
Another one, again, big one, intermittent fasting. I know.
I think we need to put like an asterisk on this one, because it could work.
So because I know that everyone is going to attack me. No, intermittent fasting works for me. It works. Don't tell me nonsense. Agreed. Intermittent fasting can work. Fasting on its own has its benefits, right? Your body fasts naturally every day, because when you go to sleep, all through when you are asleep, maybe 8 hours, 10 hours, you're not eating. So that in itself is a fast. So fasting has benefits for itself. But when it comes to weight loss, it doesn't necessarily work by saying, oh, because you didn't eat for a prolonged period of time, you will lose weight. What really works is that if you don't eat for long, and then when you eat, you end up eating less than you would normally eat for the day, then you will see a difference. So you have to know what is working. You should not think that it's because you skipped breakfast and lunch that you lost weight. No. It's because when you take out some parts of your meal, you automatically enter into a deficit, and then you lose weight. So what that means is, even if you do not fast and you eat only the meals you were going to eat when you fasted, if you spread that meal through the day, you will still lose weight. So there's been multiple studies that have been done, that check people that do intermittent fasting and eat, let's say, 1,800 calories per day, which is their deficit, and this group loses weight. And then there's this group that doesn't fast but still eats same amount of calories, and they lost the same amount of weight.
Basically your body doesn't care when you eat. It cares how much you eat. Over a certain time frame. It doesn't care what time it is. In
terms of weight loss.
In
other things it might care, like improved digestion if you're eating maybe before bed and at different times, right? But when it comes to weight loss, it's the quantity of, like, the calories worth of what you are eating that really matters.
Yeah, and intermittent fasting can also throw some people actually off because you've not eaten all day. Now you're so
You are
hungry,
very
and then
hungry.
when it's time for you to eat, you
You're,
just eat excessively, and then
yeah.
you blow past
I've
your
seen
calorie
people,
requirements,
I've seen people
and
gain
so
weight
now you are gaining weight
on their intermittent fast,
Yeah.
and they are just like, okay, everybody is fasting and they are getting slimmer. That my own fast is not working.
Yeah.
Me, I'm getting fatter. That's because, again, it's not the fasting that works; it's the limited amount of calories that translates into results.
Yeah. So, like I said, an asterisk on it. There's a way you can do it where it could work for you, but ideally it's better to just make sure you're eating something throughout the day so you're not in a position where you struggle.
Another important thing that I have to mention also is that if you keep fasting, if you do a prolonged fast, your body goes into like your body becomes a bit stressed, and that stress makes you likely to even eat more because your body is struggling to burn fat when you're not eating, and then you eat so it doesn't know when food is coming, when food is not coming. So it's a stressful process really for your body, and it can work against you. So you want to really teach your body to eat maybe smaller portions if you're trying to lose weight. Try to give it food at specific intervals, but not too much food, as opposed to leaving it to not see food for days, or fruit fast, water fast. There's all those sorts of things.
Not good for you.
It's not good for you. If you must, please, if you must fast, make sure that your fast includes high protein meals.
Yeah.
So even if you're saying, oh, I have to do this fasting, you guys don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what I've been through. I agree. Eat high protein meals with that fast. Make it like a protein fast.
Yeah.
So you don't want to eat anything else. Eat only proteins, foods that are very high in proteins. Spare those ones within your fast. So have those, have a lot of water. Please don't do a fruit fast because it's just like you're eating sugar while you're fast. So you're trying to lose the weight that sugar costs, and then you're eating sugar, and you say, oh, it's healthy, it's natural. It's still sugar nonetheless. Protein, on the other hand, is basically the building block of your body. So you want to always have those at each time.
Yeah. And then I should take us back to say this is with respect to your fitness journey and losing weight, right? Like you can fast for other reasons. That is allowed. But in respect to what we are saying, intermittent fasting is not the best way to go. And another popular one, I don't know what it's called. But basically any kind of physical, like you're putting your body through
anything physical.
It's like rolling pins, when I've seen lots of videos where
you're kneading bread.
Yeah, I've seen lots of videos where someone is just laying down and you're just rolling a pin on the person's stomach and saying this is going to induce fat loss. Please, you don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person watching.
Don't roll anybody's stomach and don't allow your stomach to be rolled. You are not bread. You are not puff. Oh my God.
Please, don't.
It doesn't make sense. It's as funny as it sounds, and it's almost as unreasonable as it sounds.
Yeah, there's no science. I'm trying to think about what the basis is on a scientific level, but I don't get it. Like
it can improve blood flow throughout your body, but that has nothing to do with weight loss. That's all I can think of. Like, okay, it makes the place warm. In fact, the person that is rolling that person is even burning more calories than you that they are rolling. So.
Yeah, please don't
lose the pain.
Yeah, don't do it. Just if anyone who tells you, just ignore that person and just stay on your fitness. Stay on your fitness track.
Yeah, another one again is spot reducing fat. So it's like saying, oh, I need to snatch my waist. Is this waist?
Oh, I want to reduce the fat in my face.
In my face.
Or the one in my stomach.
So you are doing a lot of stomach exercises alone.
Sit-ups,
so
crunches.
You are doing sit-up, push-up, everything that has to do with your stomach you're doing. Agreed. If you are exercising, your abdominal muscles, they will grow. It's good. Fantastic. But you will not lose fat there simply because you are exercising it the most. No. Fat is just like water in a bottle. If you need to reduce the water in a bottle, you pour it out. You don't say, I'm just going to reduce the water at the top. I'm not going to reduce the one in the middle. There's no such thing. It's just like fluid. It has to all go out. You don't choose, but you can choose where you build muscle,
yeah.
right? So if you're training your arms more, you have
build
more
muscle,
return.
yeah.
But then you need to get the fat off before you can see the muscle underneath all of these. So at some point you will see the results of your work. Like if you were doing a lot of ab exercises, when you lose the fat, you will have nice abs.
Yeah.
Agreed. But it wouldn't make your abs, more prominent simply because you were doing ab exercises. No. So just be in a deficit, allow your body do its thing. Afterwards, then you can choose to build muscle and make some part of your body, a bit more prominent if you choose. Yeah.
I think this also ties into I want to tone my muscle. I don't want to. I don't
losing weight. I just need to tone up.
I want to tone up, or I don't want to get bulky. First of all, or I don't want to get buff. First of all, you cannot get buff by mistake.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah.
It takes intentionality. It takes time. You cannot get buff.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you cannot tone muscle that you don't have.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't, like
if you never built muscle, all you did was
tone.
Lose fat. There's nothing to tone. So what you want to say is, I want to build my muscle. The person that is toning muscle that they already have, which you cannot accidentally build. You have to intentionally build it. And when you are building it, trust me, you will know that you were building, because it's not, you don't just easily build muscle. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes food. You will not even be in a deficit. Interestingly, you are not going to build significant muscle in a calorie deficit. No. You need to go through a period of calorie surplus or eating slightly above your maintenance calories before you're able to put on enough muscle to even say you are toning that muscle up. So toning is basically like making the muscle you already have more pronounced.
Exactly.
So if you don't have it, there's nothing to tone.
Yeah, and the way you do that is by lifting weights. You have to actually strength train. There's no shortcut to it. There's no, let me just run and then let me tone this. No, you have to actually lift weights and train the muscle for it to grow. Another common myth I hear is genetics or body type. I actually can't remember the different types of body types, but there was a time that I was a team where, I would see an ad that would say, fill this form, we'll tell you what your body type is, and we'll let you know if you can eat 10 pizzas or 1 pizza. It was ridiculous.
A pandemic.
It was. And then there are people that, this is sensitive, so I don't want to offend anyone, but there are people that say, I'm fat or I'm overweight because of genetics. Like, people in my family are fat or that. We are big boned, and it's not totally true, right? Like, the reason why most people are fat or overweight is because they are in
family.
Yeah, it's because they're in a calorie surplus.
Yeah, as a family. Again,
yeah,
I say as a family because what you have as a family is like the wrong eating habits.
Yeah, because you're eating at the same time, you're eating together, you're eating the same thing.
So if you were eating the wrong foods and you have kids, you most likely give them the wrong foods to eat, and they will give their kids the wrong food to eat. So if you can see how it becomes like a generation of people that are overweight, and then they think it's in their genetics, but it's not really that. It's just the wrong habits that have been passed on, to each other. So when it comes to genetics, I feel like your body frame might differ, right? You cannot have, like, an example in women is like some women have rounded hips, some have hip dips. So you can't change all those ones, like how your frame looks. But if it's your actual weight, like putting on excess fat or not, you can change that. When you are building muscle, maybe, the way the muscle looks on you might be different. Yeah.
And I think maybe genetics can also come into, like, some people don't need to do as much work as others for them to see results for their muscles. That's where genetics may play a role.
Or like
the
men.
way, for men, or the way your body actually even looks. It will vary based on genetics. Like some people, the way the top of their chest looks is different from, and you want to, that's where genetics play a role. you know, in terms of losing weight.
Losing weight or having excess. When it comes to fat, there's no genetics involved,
Yeah.
pretty much. But when it comes to body frame, when it comes to, how fast you build muscle and
So
how the
it
muscle looks on you, yeah, that can be
That's where genetics.
debatable.
Yeah.
But don't think you're big because it's in your family. It's not. Even, going as far as like some diseases like heart disease and, cardiovascular, issues, stroke. As much as people say, oh, it's in my family, when they take medical history, they take it as part of it. In the end, most of these things are caused from, lifestyle. So what is in your family is the lifestyle. It's not necessarily the genetics. There are very few people that, turn their life around and start exercising, eating well, and still suffer, some of these diseases, even though they were in their family, like diabetes. Some people are, prone to maybe type 2 diabetes because people in their family have it, but then it's still the habit. They tell you if you improve your lifestyle, you improve, what you eat, you can reverse it. You get so.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are the most
The top
common
ones.
ones that we would like to talk about. These are the most noise I hear around
Yeah.
beginners, and that make them derail
Yeah.
or lose their progress because they want quick results.
Pretty
I'll say
much.
this again. I said it in the previous episode. Please
Yeah.
watch it if you haven't. Getting physically fit is easy, but don't confuse easy with fast.
Yeah.
It will take time, but it takes the
But
time it needs to take.
it will get done.
Yeah.
If you're patient enough, you will see result. If you're consistent, most especially, don't try to get motivation all the time. You just go and do what you need to do and get it done and move on. You will see results as time goes on.
Yeah. So we hope you take this and you use it as a screen. So anytime you hear this, you just anything we've said here, just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Use this as a blocker. Thanks for spending the time
Yeah.
and listening to us.
Thank
We hope
you.
you've learned one or two things. See you on the next one.
See you. Bye.